And welcome to the NASCAR Talk. I'm Nino, the greatest, the undisputed, the champ. You already know Bristol weekend is over. We are going to be on a bye week next week for Cup, but we still got to give you some, information for Rockingham. But anyways, what's up, Matt? How you doing?
Still recovering from my nap yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This weekend was a little iffy, but I mean, I'm feeling good today. I dealt with Chicago traffic, having a good time.
I feel
And
you.
then the NASCAR fan base has me really divided today.
I
But
know,
let's
I
get
know who
into
you're
it.
referring to, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna
I'm
mention
not referring
names.
to a who, I am referring to a bunch of people. Even on Facebook, I had people saying, oh, this, that. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. My rant's coming up.
Yep. Anyways, before that, yes. So we're gonna give you guys, I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3 minutes of Xfinity and truck. I didn't watch the race. I only saw highlights. I know we were this Kyle Larson was one place short from could have happened the sweep in the entire weekend. That's all I gotta
hmm
say.
Again, second time this year. Second time this year. And I know that it was affected by rain big time. I think it was snow as well. I think there was
Yeah.
snow in the area, which is crazy. But then, other than that, I mean, Chandler Smith, guy that shouldn't be even be in the truck series right now. You got a bunch of people that are crap that are in the Xfinity series that should have that ride, and Chandler should be back in the Xfinity. But I digress.
I mean, he's burning bridges left and right. From what I'm hearing, supposedly that he ran out of money for him leaving Colleague, but then again, JGR bought him out, so I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, I don't
Right
know.
now, he would have been a Cup Series with Calling, but that's for another day.
Yeah, trophy hunter.
Yeah, trophy. He'll be trophy hunting, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely. But Xfinity, Kyle Larson, bro. Kyle Larson just dominating, bro. He just went in there. Was like, you know what? Screw these kids.
I mean, that is literally what Larson said today on Harvick's podcast. Larson said, I want to, not to sound cocky, I want to go out and embarrass these kids. Like that. But he brings up a great point. Like, those guys in Xfinity, they're not getting the exposure to the Cup guys as much. So when
Hmm.
they see a Cup guy come in and dominate, that's why Kyle Busch is so good. That's why Chase Elliott's so good.
Hmm.
That's why Bowman, Byron, all of them that go down there
Not really
excel.
Chase Elliott. He just got lucky at Charlotte. But if I say that, I'm gonna piss off the
Well,
fan base. But I don't care at
he's
this point.
he stayed up there at Darlington. I mean, at one point, the top three was all Cup drivers
Yeah,
at the
that's true.
Xfinity race. So, I mean, it's just I'm kind of for bushwhacking, but in a sense of let's not overdo it like we did it in the past. I mean, I sent you a, picture of the 2012 Rookie of the Year chase. I don't
Yes,
know who Stephen Light was, and I didn't know who Cole. I know Cole Witt, but I didn't know exactly who the heck he was. But that was the Rookie of the Year contenders.
exactly.
And then they started making the rules. We started seeing more guys come up from Xfinity, like
Hmm.
Kyle
But bro, we
Larson.
used to see the big boys trying to go to the Xfinity level, trying to win the Xfinity or Truck Series championship. So you know.
I mean, they don't have to go in there and fight for points. Take the points out of it. That's just a champion. That's just a trophy
Hmm.
for them that they just won. I mean,
Trophy hunting.
award the points differently. Like instead of 50 for the winner, and let's say a Cup guy wins, 50 goes to second place, and so on and so on.
Yep, exactly.
But other than that, domination by Kyle Larson, baby,
Yeah,
on Saturday.
definitely. Once again, bro, like as much as everybody's gonna say that this guy's only a road ringer, he was up there for a good chunk of laps too, man. You know who I'm going with? My
Zilich.
son. I mean, JR Motorsports in general was up there
Oh
too.
yeah, definitely. And I didn't know this. That that 17 car that Larson drives is actually an HMS car. It
It
is
is. Yeah,
owned
it's an
by
HMS car.
HMS,
Yeah.
but it's prepared by Junior Motorsports.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool. I didn't know Hendrick was back in the Xfinity game.
I mean, that is there's I mean, technically HMS sister team in the Xfinity series is JR Motorsports. So yes.
Yeah, I thought they were still running Spire equipment or colleague equipment every once in a while.
Speaking of, we'll talk about. Actually, you know what? I actually have a convers. I found out today. Oh, yesterday. We have four farm Xfinity team. I mean, four farm HMS cars in the Cup Series. Four of them, not three. We got four farm
Yeah,
teams.
because it's Hayek and then
Yes.
Spire.
Yeah, Inspire. Yeah, Inspire. Yeah, three
hmm
Spire cars and one Hayek. The reason why I found out about Hayek it was that yesterday when they were doing the Ricky Stenhouse huddle with the entire team. A couple of the pit crew members had HMS polos.
I mean,
That's a
hey, that's
good
the way
thing
to
though.
give it away.
You get your reps in for you to go to the big team.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, because that 48 seats, that's coming open real quick, real quick.
I thought you already had I thought you got the job already. What happened?
No, I forget what I did. I did something stupid. I got told no.
Oh
I
man.
wish, bro. I wish. Oh, hold on. Remind me to get to the Fox's shitty ass fucking broadcast
I
when we
will.
get done with Larson, okay? When we get
I,
done with the race,
I
because
do want
oh
I
my gosh,
with but I have one more thing to say. You know
yeah,
the 5 and the 7 swap, right? The pit crew members,
yeah,
right? Apparently on one of their pit crew members was part of the pit crew members of Jimmy Johnson's championship team from
no
going to the
shit.
7 crew. His last name was Teague, if I'm not mistaken. And that was his last name. I don't remember his first name. But I
Wow.
remember that because I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that last name of one of Jimmy's pit crew members a long time ago. So yeah, it makes sense. I
Hmm.
heard it too on Stacking Pennies. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, that's why I love pit crew members when they talk. That's why I like pit crew members, man. Shout out to Ryan Flores, even though we know who is his podcast co-host. But still, shout out to Ryan Flores, Jersey Strong. But anyways, let's get to the cup. I need to hear this.
What, the Fox's broadcast?
Yes,
So Larson, of course, dominated all day. And the thing that Larson likes to do and all the drivers is burnout going up that ramp to victory lane. Why are we fucking talking to fucking Ty Gibbs and you hear the car in the background doing the burnout? Why aren't we watching the car go up? They didn't even put it on side by
nope.
side until they were like already up there and Larson's out of his car
I
practically.
didn't even know that was going on until I saw it on X or on Instagram. To be honest with you, because of Fox shenanigans.
Yeah, and I love Mike Joy to death. Love Mike Joy to death. He hyped up this tire wear like it was going to be another thing. The drivers don't want it, the fans want it, blah 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 blah. And then we don't get the tire wear, and oh my gosh, one guy dominated. And guess what, guys?
We're back again
This,
to hating on this man.
yeah, well, I'm like, you guys wouldn't, this new fan base wouldn't survive in the mid 2000s watching Tony
Mm-mm.
Stewart lead every lap at Indy or Jimmy Johnson leading every lap at Lowe's. Like, you would have your out, like, if they messed up, it was either on strategy or a late race caution that NASCAR manipulated. I have
Or
watched these.
let's not go back to the COT, the Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon days. Let's go back to that too. They would not like it.
Mm-hmm,
HMS is doing HMS things, blah 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 blah. I was like, bro, like, are you serious? Like, I don't know where this fan base is coming from as far as like having some kind of entitlement when it comes to like domination. I
mm-hmm.
mean, if you guys don't like domination, then like you said, they would not survive the old days because I remember I was the reason I liked it because we didn't have stage racing. It's the same thing, you're just adding stages.
I hate stage
I
racing.
like it,
Get rid
but
of it. Let these guys race the car like the men they are. And that comes back down to I've watched the racing since Gen 4, what is it? The post
mhm.
aerodynamic Twisted Sisters era, because there was two different Gen 4s just for the fans watching. Two different. You had the original Gen 4 that had no aerodynamics, nothing. The first ever race that we ran with Gen 4 aerodynamics was Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s last win. That's why he shot from like 17th to first within 2 laps.
Mhm.
The whole reason. And that is exactly the reason why Daytona was the first official race of that aerodynamic package that they were going to use at every racetrack. Earnhardt got loose and squirrely on that last lap, which unfortunately, he lost his life. RIP to the legend. But I've watched the cars change. I have watched the cars change for fucking years. And Jimmy Johnson dominated the Gen 4 era. Denny Hamlin dominated.
Mhm.
I would say Denny Hamlin did too, because he had what, two more years in the next gen, or the Gen 4, sorry. Then the
Yeah.
car tomorrow came out. We went to higher downforce
That
to
was even more Jimmy
aerodynamics.
Tom, bro. You want to complain?
Hmm.
These people complain too much, bro. Jimmy dominating the car tomorrow, bro.
Oh my
Not
gosh. And
even
then,
Jimmy. It was just HMS in general because Mark Martin was winning races. Like he
hmm
won 5 races in 1 year, didn't win the championship. Dale Jr. was winning races. Jeff Gordon was winning races.
oh, I'd say I'd take that back a notch because Junior won his first race in the COT in 2008.
You're
Evil
right. You're
didn't.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
he didn't
Yes,
win a
you're right.
single race
You're
till
right.
2012, and
You're
then we
right.
went to the Gen 4
You're right. You're
6.
right. You're right. My bad. I take that back. I take that back.
But
But I want to
he
say
was up
HMS
there.
though. But it was up exactly. Yes, like I said, he was. They were.
Eh,
It was Denny Hamlin too. Denny Hamlin was dominating, but and Kyle Busch definitely dominating the
oh my
COT
gosh.
era.
Once he got that 5-star ride, because I know that they were like, he had a 5-star ride with HMS, but we all know HMS was focusing on Jimmy and Jeff.
Hmm.
We didn't care about Brian Vickers. We didn't care about Kyle Busch. Junior comes
Casey
on board.
Mears. You forgot Casey
Okay,
Mears.
well, yeah, I'm talking about prior to Busch leaving,
Oh,
because Mears didn't jump on board until after Busch left, because Vickers left the same year as well.
yeah.
Or wait, it was the year
No,
before.
Vickers left first, and then Casey Mears
Yeah,
came, and then Kyle
yeah,
Busch left,
yeah.
and then Casey
Because
Mears left.
yeah, Casey Mears won the Coke 600 that year.
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk about another fluke win, but yeah, I watched every single car. We came to the Gen. What was it? The second generation of the COT when they got rid of the spoiler, the
Hmm.
wing, and then the front spoiler. They added 1,000 horsepowers in these cars. 1,000 horsepower. We had that. And then we went to the super low downforce Gen 6 car.
Gen
That right,
6. Gen 6
right
right
there.
here.
That guy, Matt Kenseth in 2013 and 2014 with Casey Kane right there.
Yep. I was
That
gonna say,
guy,
I'm like,
those
I
two
hope you got the
guys,
name right.
yeah, I almost said it. I don't know. I don't even know. But like those two, you want to talk about boring? Go watch the first 10 fucking races of 2013. It
Yep.
is literally Casey Kane and Matt Kenseth up front every race. Jimmy
Yep.
Johnson came out of nowhere and dominated a few races too. He ended up winning the championship. But then I watched the cars get less and less and less
I
horsepower.
still like Gen 6 era though. Gen 6 era was untouchable, man.
Uh,
At the end of Gen 6, when I started coming back to NASCAR, Gen 6 was just dominating, bro.
I mean, once they got the 550 package, intermediate suffered, but that's what the fans wanted. They wanted the pack racing because the casual fan at that point in time would watch the 500, the Talladega races, the Southern 500, the Coke 600.
I'm actually gonna say the contrary on. I'm gonna say the opposite on that part. What you're saying about the intermediate. To be honest with you, that was my favorite type of racing in the Gen 6 era, in the intermediate for the Gen 6. It actually was pretty decent at best.
It's the air, the dirty air.
Hmm.
The only reason why Kyle Larson won as many intermediate tracks as he did because he could manipulate other people to be in his dirty air. That's the only reason why. Watch Nashville 2021.
Hmm.
That dirty air he was throwing on Chase Elliott, it was insane. And I'm not going to lie, us as fans, we were getting tired of it. They gave us 670 horsepower in this beautiful next gen package, which had its flaws physically. Now it's got more flaws on the short tracks. I've been saying this as a big advocate for years, even since you've begun to know me. High horsepower at all the short tracks.
Yep. I think we
We
do
would,
need that. Yes.
but then we're gonna have fans screaming because we're gonna see something that happened like yesterday.
All I know is that they hyped the tires. That's what pissed me off about this whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They hyped it to the T. Oh, that we're probably gonna have tire wear like it did last year. You had Ryan Blaney running on 122 laps and still was making good lap time with old tires.
Yes, yes. Oh,
But
that's the
I
stuff.
don't mind that though. The thing is, I don't mind that. I'm glad you can still have 122 laps and you're still doing numbers. I
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh,
But
we
that's the
that
go ahead.
that's rare. That is so rare. Like I brought it up earlier, Elliott Sadler in 2001 when he won
Hmm.
his first race at Bristol, he forgot to go to pit road and he ended up winning the race. Blaney had a real chance, but you could see now with the Goodyear and how they make the tires, Larson was gaining so much time on him on the fresher tires. But if
I mean, you
some
would have taken a gamble at this point because it was already like what, 8 to go?
oh yeah,
I
it
would have
was
gambled that. I would have gambled, in my
it was a
personal opinion.
yeah, because it was like 35 to go because we were trying to figure out our Michigan
Hmm.
tickets, and yeah, that it was he finally pitted, and it's like, oh wow.
And
I
he
mean
still finished in the
Hamlin,
top five.
and I'm not gonna lie to you, Hamlin had real speed yesterday, real speed. I didn't mean to hop on my tangent there that early in the video, but yeah, Hamlin had some real speed yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to all the Gibbs cars finishing top 10. That was
Yeah.
surprising to me. All of them, even Gibbs.
Minus Bell that finished in eighth. But yes, they finished in the top five, two, three, and four. And Blaney finished top five.
Oh wait, I said top five. I meant to say top 10. I'm sorry. That's
You're
my
good.
fault.
Bell finished in eighth. The one that I told everybody that finished in the top 10, we talked about him earlier. We're not happy with him. But I was like, that's why I picked up on my fantasy lineup. AJ Allmendinger, bro. Top 10 at Bristol. I'm not surprised. He's very
Trophy
good
hunting.
here.
Trophy hunting.
Trophy hunting. But then again, AJ Allmendinger, this is like the best season he ever had in
Oh
Cup.
yeah.
Like he's doing
Call
good.
I mean, also getting Ty Dillon, it just shows the experience in the call. Colleague needs experience in those cars.
Hmm.
That's really all they need because Ty Dillon's been racing in Cup for how many years? I think he took a couple off years to go to
He only
Xfinity.
raced a couple of years, but shit equipment, bro. Because Jermaine Racing was not that good. Let's be
Yeah,
realistic.
yeah, but I mean, he's got the experience and now he knows how to
And
race with
don't
these
let
Cup guys.
32 and don't let the 32 place fool you because he was in the top 20 the whole race. Him and
Hmm.
AJ Allmendinger were there fighting together.
Yeah, and all year they have been up top, up front
Hmm.
fighting. It doesn't matter if they finish last or whatever; they're up front fighting and contending at the
I have a
beginning or
hot
the middle of
take.
the race.
I
Go
think Ty
ahead.
Dillon's better than AJ. I think Ty Dillon's better than Austin, in my
Didn't
personal opinion.
didn't Austin Dillon finish on the lead lap?
Yeah, he finished in 10th. If I'm talking about in general, I think Ty Dillon is better than Austin Dillon.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put some money on that. I think Ty, or not Ty, Austin is too settled with Grandpa's money and
Yep.
being the golden spoon. Um, because Austin Dillon had great potential there when he first came out, and then
Hmm.
he just, I think
I
he got
heard
paid.
about that because I already stopped watching, but I
Hmm.
heard a lot about, oh, he's supposed to do this, oh, he's gonna do this, oh, he's gonna do that. They brought back the three for him. Like I heard all the stories,
Hmm. I
and then
mean,
like 7 years later, I'm like, is this the Austin Dillon that everybody talked about?
this is the same Austin Dillon that won all those crown jewels.
Because I stopped watching for 7 years. Like I said, I had to go back to every single one of those during COVID. That's why. Thank you,
Hmm.
COVID. Thank you, COVID. You guys gave me because that's the one thing I want to say about COVID. If it wasn't for COVID, I don't think we'd be watching NASCAR today.
Oh
To be
yeah.
I'm being honest here. I'm gonna be honest here. If it wasn't for COVID, I would not be here right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because
But
it was 2020. I started watching again. I mean, I was kind of following the sport. I'd catch the
mhm.
500, I catch the super speedways, the generic NASCAR fan
the
here,
Homestead, the
literally.
Homestead races.
I mean, I would catch the last race of the year before it went to Phoenix, and
We forgot to shout out one more team. Well, yeah, two. Yeah, their team, they're very, very good, by the way. And I'm very
okay.
jealous, by the way, by one of the paint skatings of that team. The 7 and the 77 bunch, the whole day, top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. And if it wasn't for the last pit stop, they would probably be in contention.
Oh yeah, definitely 100%. They did fantastic running up there. I mean, Michael McDowell was giving Larson the run for his money when
Hmm.
Larson was going around and lapping cars. But what happened to Joey Logano? Holy crap, been good all year. I'd say this is Logano's banger of a season. It's odd year, but yeah, it's odd year. Joey Logano's odd year guy, right?
He's not good on the odd year.
Oh, he's not? Okay, I thought it was the
It's
other way around.
even year curse.
Even year curse.
You
There
blame
was
me
an
for that. You still blame me for that, but hey.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, speaking, I'm jealous because of this paint scheme of the 7 card. Obviously, Kyle Larson's paint scheme with Asian guard.
Oh, yes,
It
Jesus.
looked so nice in the 7. I'm like, uh-huh, I wonder where that came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, Justin Haley showing some fight, and then again, Carson Hocevar, we can finish. Carson Hocevar is going to be in the mix.
I think Carson Hocevor's next. I think he's the next person that hasn't ever got a win to get a win.
Yeah, and he's like not far. He's 189 in points because he could fit. If it wasn't for the DNFs, he
Hmm.
wouldn't be minus 189. The one that pisses me off in the standing is how is Kyle Busch ahead of AJ Allmendinger? Because they were tied coming into Bristol, and AJ Allmendinger did better than Kyle Busch, but yet he's minus 2 points to Kyle Busch. It makes no sense.
RCR equipment, Kyle Busch. I don't know. I really
Welcome,
don't know at this
one
point.
welcome, the one welcome. Basically, that's what I see it as. Yeah, gotta look at the cut line. AJ's two minus two off the cut line, and then obviously Kyle Busch is plus two.
Hmm.
Ryan Preece is plus three, and then Briscoe's plus 15. He's getting all the points back now.
Good job for Briscoe. What a day for him. I
Do you
mean,
know
what a
who's in 18 in the playoffs, bro? That no one's
who?
talking about him. Ricky Stenhouse is having one of those quiet years that he's actually doing very decent. He's
Hmm.
not. He's not fighting for P30. He's fighting for P20 every single week.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that split from what was it,
JTT
JTG?
Doherty, yes.
Yeah, because the JTG part that kind of split, Kroger left, all that. I think it put a fire under them now, and they're probably getting the
But
old
they do
Hendrick
get a
rights.
win. They do get a win every now and then too, though. We
Oh
can't
yeah,
forget,
oh
especially
yeah.
at the next race coming up when we come back from break.
Uh,
Talladega.
don't remind me of
I
Talladega.
know he
I
won.
want
I
to
know
see.
everybody gonna say that was a Mickey Mouse win, but he was there. He did what he had
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
that's Ricky Stenhouse. I call him Ricky Super Speedway House. I'm
That's his
sorry, I
wheelhouse.
thought of something
It is
funny.
his wheelhouse, though. It is his wheelhouse.
Oh yeah,
Which
definitely.
is I expected much better at Bristol. I think what happened was in the first stint, I guess the tires was wearing out, so they couldn't really and they couldn't recuperate from that later on throughout the race.
And that's another. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Alex Bowman did a great job until he blew up.
Mm.
I can't believe I just said
But
that, but
Bowman
Alex,
has been doing good though. That's the thing. Like I guess he knows what's going on, but Bowman isn't doing that bad this year. So,
no. I mean, another thing was I don't know if they came with an outcome what happened with the motor, but I think an injector went out because
yeah.
when he was off throttle, that's when it was blowing smoke out of the exhaust pipe. But when he was full throttle back on the straights, he was running just fine. But I
Yep.
don't know why they didn't bring him in. He was off the pace, which I'm going to give NASCAR this whole lashing right here.
Yep.
Why is Bowman this much off the pace, but you're not calling him in at all?
Yeah, supposedly you're known for calling black flags when the car's not doing certain speed or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I forget who it was. There was one that was like a mile per hour off the pace. They black flagged him. Bowman's out there just jogging laps at this point, like
Hmm
20, 30 mile per hour off pace, and NASCAR didn't say a thing.
That could cause an accident too, waiting to happen as well.
Yeah, especially with if one of the leaders got caught up in there. Like, imagine if Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson or one of the guys in
Oh,
the
they'll be
top three.
ready. They'll be ready to
Oh,
say
bro,
something.
that'd be wild. I'd
Hmm
love to see me a Kyle Larson Alex Bowman fight.
I'm the better driver than you, Pom.
All Alex Bowman has to do is put his hand on Kyle Larson's forehead like that, and then Kyle Larson just. I'm sorry. I should. Why am I giving Larson hate? I love you, buddy.
I mean, because I guess because he's short. I get it. I mean, bro. I mean, I think he's taller than Tyler Reddick by an inch, if I'm not mistaken.
It's something like that because Justin Haley's there too with that short height.
Hey man, Justin Haley has walkout song is "Hail to the King." That's the only good song from that album from Avenged Sevenfold. But yes,
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, I mean, it was I'd say decent race. Other around, I think it was pretty decent because
it
that's an old
was.
school race to me.
Yeah,
That was decent.
yeah.
I
It's
have
an
to.
old school race. You can't say it's good. You can't say it's
Mm-hmm.
bad. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna hear where the good is coming from because obviously it'll be Kyle Larson fans like us. I mean, I would say it's the best, but I'm not gonna tell you it's the best because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
All right. Let's.
I had to be locked in because obviously we gotta be locked in for this race.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. I want to play a game. You said something about taking Bristol off the schedule. So far,
Yes, we talked
hold
about this
on,
today.
hold on. We had there are 3 tracks so far that shouldn't have second dates so far that we've seen this year. You have to leave the track where it's at on the schedule. But for Phoenix, Martinsville, and so far Bristol, you have to replace those 3 tracks with any 3 tracks. What are you choosing and why?
Rockingham and why? Rockingham because it's the old stomping ground. Rockingham because everybody was saying that, oh, it's, where NASCAR's from, North Carolina, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Hmm
okay, let's give it a chance. This is the perfect opportunity to see if we can get this in the calendar. Number
hmm
two, you're gonna hate me for this though.
hmm
It's a road course.
All right,
But
let's saturate it more.
But, but the only reason why I'm saying this, but then we're taking the fun out of it from the truck side because truck is going to Lime Rock Park in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You should try to get a little bit more of the market from the Northeast as well. We forget about that
hmm
they exist too, even though it's just New Hampshire. So that'll be my second choice.
Well, Lime
And
Rock, that's not a bad option.
and third, you're gonna hate me for this because we're adding a second track. But then again, I never see any issues in this track either,
Hmm
unless they fix the track. That's what they're gonna tell you. Let's go back to Fort Worth.
Texas.
Yeah,
Give it a second date. I make it a night race.
yeah.
Make it
Texas
a night
night
race.
race is
I
always better.
so here's what I suggest. Michigan, Michigan, Michigan. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I prefer the 36 calendar race. I mean, 38 calendar race. Michigan, Michigan, Michigan.
Phoenix is earlier in the year. I'd replace Phoenix with a 400 miler at Charlotte.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
daytime. In the daytime, I would say run it full daytime.
In other
400
words, scrap
miler.
the Roval.
I mean, yeah, long term, that's gonna get moved. So when we get done with this season, I want to get sit down and be like, okay, what races were crap, what races were good, and we're gonna replace the crap ones. That would go to where the Roval's at because I know I'm gonna call it crap right off the bat. But I'd say for right now, Charlotte 400 would have been better than
hmm
uh, Phoenix, Martinsville. Give me an Iowa.
Yeah.
Give me an Iowa night race, or give me an Iowa day race. Move that night race down later in the season where
I
it's
was
at
gonna
now
say
in the
Iowa,
schedule.
but I know you were gonna say that, so I didn't want to take your take from that, so that's why I did it differently.
And you're gonna hate me for this. You're gonna absolutely hate me for this.
I swear, if you say a racetrack I do not like, that.
I'm keeping your idea of Texas,
Oh,
but
okay.
there's still a track that hasn't been demolished yet. Move in mobile stands. Bring back Texas
Chicago?
World.
Oh,
Texas World.
Texas World?
You've never heard of Texas World Motor Speedway?
I heard of, but it's like I haven't heard that name in so long.
It is basically Auto Club and Michigan. It's the same thing, but I think it's 2.1 miles. It's basically another cookie cutter track. But it's still up. It was supposed to be demolished in 2020, but COVID ruined the plans. The track is still there. I don't know if it's raceable, but if it's raceable and we could do it,
I
I
heard of
would
that
love
track,
to see
yeah.
Texas World. I mean, but if you want a more legit answer,
But then again, you're adding a third track. That's another thing that's I said it might take two. We're gonna add a third race in Texas. I don't think fans are gonna like that.
I mean, who cares what the fans think? That's the problem. Every track I just listed has potential in the next gen car.
We would not have this problem if one Pacific track was still alive and well. We would not have this issue.
I don't even know what track this is that we're talking about.
Fontana.
Oh my God, yes.
If
Because
Fontana
Fontana,
was alive, we would not be having this situation that
no,
we're
we
in.
wouldn't. And the fucking next, pardon my French, but the next gen racing at Fontana needs to be studied because that was the best damn racing I've seen. And then the
Exactly.
sister track up in Michigan, the age on the track starting to finally eat tires. Michigan's starting to get good. Michigan's starting to get good.
Yes, it is.
Kansas, Kansas, Chicagoland, Kentucky. We should be racing there in the next gen. There shouldn't be this many road courses. There shouldn't be this many short tracks when we got these problems.
I think we have
Work
a
on it.
not. I think we do have a. Okay, so I'm going to say timeout. Timeout on the road
Ugh.
course. We have 38 weeks. So the fact that we got five road course on the schedule, I think that's fine. That's perfect.
Bring me back
Max
to.
maximum 4 or 5 is fine. That's not. I have no issue with that because you know me. I like all types of tracks. I like my intermediates. I do like my short track racing. I do like my super speedways, and I do like my road course. I think also that we're having an issue here is that Atlanta is now a super speedway. That's another issue we're having here too.
Which is fine. Which is fine. How often are you going to find another high bank track in the United States that we can just go to?
hmm
There has been talks this week that they're trying to make another super speedway, and the rumors are it's Kansas. Don't
Do
touch
not touch
Kansas.
Kansas because I would literally I would go there and just not watch.
That's just rumors. If you want to do anything, Texas needs help. Make it a super speedway as well.
We can
I
make
think,
Texas super speed. I wouldn't mind.
yeah, they have the designs for Atlanta.
hmm
Make the banking less steeper or just make it a little bit
hmm
steeper. That's really it. That's all you have to do with Texas. They screwed up 1 and 2. God knows how long. Pardon my French here, but sorry. I'm going to just say one more thing that's been really irritating me. I'm a NASCAR fan. I'm not a motorsports fan. I am a NASCAR fan. I don't like F1. I don't like IndyCar. IndyCar, I think, has what, two ovals on the schedule? Iowa and Nashville.
Yeah, they used to go to Texas too,
They
actually.
used to. I don't know if they had that on the schedule this year,
Not
but
anymore. No, no.
there is.
You know they used to go to Homestead, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But like you have the 24-hour guys. I think that's ISMA. You have all these
IMSLA. Yeah.
MotoGP. Yeah, you have MotoGP. All these road course things. NASCAR is the only top tier oval racing in the world. I mean, yes, you got late models, you got dirt. I want I can't see late models. It's on Flow Racing. Get these damn road courses off my schedule. I'm here for ovals. I'm fine with road courses. Change them out every year. We don't need five. We could go three. I could do three. I think I could maybe live with
I
four. If
I think
one
I know why you're saying this because you're just used to Watkins Glen and Sonoma every single year. That's the reason why you're saying this. I get where you're coming from.
I like switch out Sonoma and Watkins Glen every year. Do that, and then the like all road courses get switched. Put a random hat in a like a bunch of names for road courses. You got to fill three slots. You pull out cards and see what it's going to be for the year. That
Yep.
would be cool because people don't have time to prepare the cars a year in advance, knowing it's going to be on the schedule the next year.
Yeah, that's what I
That
like about Homestead once a year. You don't know what to
and
expect.
yes, Phoenix. I've been saying this for years for Phoenix. A championship deciding race shouldn't have a second date. Should not have a
Nope.
second date. Sorry, I'm getting worked up. I have high blood pressure now.
I forgot to mention about Kyle Larson. I don't think if you heard about it. I did actually heard him on the Dale Jr. download. He wants to try SVG's World.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
He wants to try SVG's World. And apparently the guy that was Tony Kanaan, another great driver,
Hmm.
is an iRacing expert too. He does that too.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently he was in a race with I think Kyle Larson was there too, with him and Lando because Lando's a high. We always make a joke that Lando Norris' full-time job is iRacing and video game racing, and he's a part-time driver for F1.
Oh, Jesus.
But
That's great.
yes, they're talking about that. But yeah, Dale Jr. I mean, Dale Jr.'s podcast. He actually was supportive of it too, because Dale Jr. likes all the varieties too. That's what I like about
Oh,
Dale Jr.
yeah.
too. But
Yeah, I'm old school.
Kyle Larson in a supercar race, I'm down.
I I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna do this shout out real quick. I don't know if you're big into NHRA, but Tony
Mm-mm.
Stewart got his first top fuel win at the Las Vegas four wide nationals last night.
How long
His
it took him
first
to do
win.
that?
I'm pretty sure he was in the not the
He's been
mod.
in for so long and to finally win one.
I think he just got into the car a few years back. He
Ah,
won
okay,
one. I know he's won a few races, but I don't think he was in the top fuel when he won those. But he got his first top fuel win last night at the
gotcha.
Vegas Nationals, and it's just wild to me. I'd like to see which NASCAR driver would you think had the best reaction time to go do drag racing?
Man, I'm gonna be biased here, bro.
Because I'd say Larson. I think Larson
Yeah,
has a really
Kyle
good.
Larson and Christopher Bell.
Yeah, those two I think have a great reaction time. I think Kyle Busch would do good too. I
Hmm.
think he's got good reaction time too. Because the guys that can cut the gaps on Sundays between cars, those are the guys that's got good reaction time to do it on NHRA.
Yep,
I'd like to
those.
see that.
That's the only three drivers I can think of.
You know what? Let's do it. This in-season tournament, let's make it a fun, like prelude to the dream style thing, but let's
I
race it on
remember
a
that.
weekend. Let's do a bracket racing. Everybody brings their personal car, tune it up, or like, a drag car or something like that. Send them down a half mile.
Yep,
I think that'd be kind of entertaining, seeing a number five on like a Chevy Camaro or something.
exactly. Man, that's a fantasy we're thinking of. But yes, I can't believe we're already gonna go to an off week next week. I mean, we're not off. We're watching NASCAR, but Cup is not.
Yeah, Xfinity needs to be on Sunday. I put them in the prime time cup spot.
They
Sorry.
used to do that back in the days on ESPN too.
Yep, with Nashville. Nashville was on every single off Sunday, but like 70% of the cup field was racing on that race too.
We don't. I'm figuring out if any of these Cup guys are gonna be doing Rockingham this weekend. I doubt it,
That's
but
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, is there any cup guys scheduled for Rockingham?
I know for Xfinity we're gonna have one driver returning. That's for sure.
Yeah, Casey Kane. There was another one that was supposed to be returning for Rockingham.
Not to my knowledge.
I can't remember. I thought I heard another one. I know Casey Kane for sure.
Hmm.
Oh, let's talk about Jesse Love. Jesse
Yes.
Love did a great job in the Cup Series for his first race. Yeah, he went
Hmm.
16 laps down, but I mean, when you have a dominating race like that and tire wear is not what you expected, they probably set the car up to have that tire wear. Jesse Love did a great job. He
Yeah.
stayed out of the way. I mean, he kept it clean all day, didn't have any issues.
A lot of
And
learning the what I saw from that 33 car. Austin Hill didn't do that bad either last week, but it's Austin Hill at the end of the day.
yeah, I mean, he should already be in Cup, but one won't retire and the other one won't give up his seat. Um,
Yes,
there
true.
was, yeah, SVG. I really think that Riley Herbst has given SVG his run for his money for Rookie of the Year.
That's not saying
SVG's
much.
at least Riley Herbst is keeping it clean every week. If there's something with SVG, he's going to get it and he's going to turn into something good. But right now, I mean, SVG is just not
I just hate when
there at
they
the
say
moment.
that, oh, Marcus Ambrose did a couple years in trucks. I'm like, bro, you don't you want to learn, you need to learn where the big boys play, not the
Yes.
slower series.
Look at
I'm
Montoya.
glad I'm glad he's getting these growing pains. Like I told you, it's gonna be growing
Hmm.
pains. He's gonna learn a
Hmm.
lot. It's not gonna be pretty,
Oh,
but
yeah. Chicago.
eventually.
I think Chicago, he's going to win that. 100%.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me.
Chicago, Mexico is there, Sonoma, Watkins Glen. Like he's still got a lot of time. So
Oh, yeah.
all he has to do is win a race. To win and you get in.
Daytona cutoff race. SVG. Mark your
Imagine,
calendars. I'm going to
imagine.
put $5 on it.
I mean, if this guy was able to win or Harrison Burr was able to win, so yeah, anything can happen at Daytona. That's the
Oh,
beauty of the summer race. Anything can happen.
yeah. And you told me that, I mean, even looking at the fans on the TV, it's still open. Like, I'm surprised more people ain't doing it. Put it on 4th of July. I bet you it'd be, crazy
I like
packed.
it the way it is because my personal opinion from the 500 it was super overwhelming because there's so
Hmm.
many people. Then you can actually have your spots to chill, and then 3 hours to get in. I'm not gonna go into details because this is not this is a sports channel.
Yep.
But yes, 3 hours I can't do that. That was too much. That was too much for me.
Yeah. Hopefully next year it's not
But
like that.
yeah, exactly. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be enough for this week. We are on a bye week as far as Cup. It doesn't mean that we're not gonna be on a bye week. We'll be back next Monday. I'm gonna throw you guys a mystery box when we come back on Monday.
Wait, are you paying me to work next off week? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're watching with me.
All right. Yep.
Listen. Before we go though, remember, it's not just Rockingham weekend. It's my favorite weekend of the year, WrestleMania
Oh
weekend.
yeah. I forgot about that. Give me
That's why
that
I'm glad
Bailey.
there's no Cup Series this Sunday because WrestleMania night two is gonna be lit.
Ugh, night one, Jey Uso.
Night one, yeah,
Yeet.
yeah. Shout out to Ryan because Ryan loves Jay Uso
Oh,
from our
that's
chat.
awesome. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, like, subscribe. You know what you gotta do. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We'll be back next Monday. You do gotta work next Monday, buddy. So don't even think about it.
All right,
Anyways,
guys.
y'all.
Peace.
Peace.